Sometimes I see him in the cloud. I've been away for a while. I'm in the bay in the town. Debating about who is the greatest, what you debating about. I swear that it's always something. Get to it, I always want something. I swear that it's all assumption. Hand out, they always want something.
You are free. There's no blueprint to this. So don't play their game. Free your game.
This week, we're saying goodbye to 2019 and looking back at this season's best moments so far. Scott OG is back. We will have your insider guide to 2K20's My Team and My
We're the land of the free.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Memphis Grizzlies at their home, FedEx Forum. And guys, for the Grizzlies, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And as always, the mid part of the NBA season, quite a grueling part of the schedule. Right now, let's check out how the standings are shaping up in the East. Taking a look at Charlotte. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot.
And you know, for the Hornets, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
But yeah, Greg, I mean, they had a plan coming into the year. I mean, they stuck to it, and it's worked to perfection.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, the maturity and poise of a young Jason Tatum has often been talked about. Maybe that's because his parents prepared him for the NBA from an early age in St. Louis. They had pretend press conferences using a hairbrush as the microphone. As you can say, he's been groomed for this, and it's paying off. Guys?
Yeah, they dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. And in constructing lineups, Chris, there's often the dilemma of choosing rim protection versus floor spacing. To you, what matters most?
Well, to me, what matters most is floor spacing. It doesn't – a defense is not overrated. I'm not saying that. But it doesn't matter if you have defense and you can't score. Scoring is just as important, and you have to put pressure on that defense by scoring. And even if you have a shot blocker, what if I have guys that shoot it outside and don't come to the paint?
Right.
Then I've already taken that shot blocker out of the game. So it's all about offense, having a balanced offense, and then guys willing to listen, pay attention to the details, and be engaged on the defensive end.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. They've got Gary Harris. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Hayward. Then it's Ball, and it's Horford in at the center position. And for the Grizzlies, they've got Leaf. Zach LaVine is out there with Booker. Then there's Bradley, and it's Tatum in at the 3.
Well, you better put a body on Horford. I mean, when you don't, he's more than content to torch you like this.
LaVine kicks to Booker. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
First team foul.
Booker looking around. Shot clock at 5, and the shot is good.
You know, he doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Here are the Hornets with the ball. Ball, the pass to Horford. And here's Leonard. For the 3. They get it again. Horford gets the bucket.
Oh, when Horford gets the ball down low, he has tons of ways to beat you.
Outside, Levine. Pass to Leaf. And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul. Second team foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's Tatum. Unable to get that one. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
That was a difficult one for them to drop. A close game throughout, and an opponent that they're going to beat more often than not.
Harris against Levine. And Hayward with the block.
A rare block shot by Gordon Hayward. He has the instincts to do more of this, but neither the suddenness nor the strength.
Count that one.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score. You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
One shot.
You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Ball's knocked loose. On the wing, Booker. He's covered by Ball. And it's sent back by Horford.
Oh, he's a solid shot blocker now. It's thanks to his timing and great anticipation skill. It's not easy scoring on Horford.
Tatum against Horford. Tatum kicks to Levine. Ball with it. Now defended by Levine. Ball with the bucket.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Levine passes to Bradley. Back to Levine. Will it go? And another miss by Memphis.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Harris kicks to Ball. And the layup falls.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Levine deciding where to go with it. Good on the triple.
A decent threat from downtown. You got to see Levine nailing this shot more and more.
Now Ball. 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Memphis trailing here. Booker the pass to Bradley. Dishes it to Levine. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Harris. Here's Leonard. Great D that time from Tatum.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
For 3, Levine. Again, Levine missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And our 2K leaderboard up on the screen now, giving you a look at the small forward position and the players with the most rebounds per game this year. Kawhi Leonard on top.
There are plenty of above-average rebounders at his position, but he is way above average.
Levine kicks to Booker. On the wing, Levine. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
And he can't get the first one. Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough matchup.
Yeah, and he has a great first step. I mean, when he is trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
Dion Waiters checked in for Harris. And he's good on the second.
For so long, the Hornets have been a perimeter-oriented team. Chris, now they need to find an impact big man.
Yeah, well, G.A., remember, they did have a couple of good years with Al Jefferson where he was a force inside, but that was the last time the team made the playoffs. More balance in their attack would do wonders for this offense.
And he's missed every single shot he's attempted today, but somehow they're still in the lead.
Thien passes to Booker. Tatum kicks to Booker. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 6th rebound on the night.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
So timeout called here, the first for Memphis.
Yeah, Kevin, and early in his career, Al Horford shoehorned into the center position. A power forward in college, that was his preference. But as you know, the game has changed, and now he's the perfect modern-day center.
So we could dip. I'm just trying to see you dance salsa. Whoa. You know, hate on low, but we fly high. You know, talk is cheap, free Wi-Fi. Whoa. Heard they trying to steal away.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Booker. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month, averaging about 23 points per, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
Yeah, he's willing to take on the scoring load, and he's more than capable of delivering.
Thien passes to Tatum. And stolen by Hayward. To the middle, here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Chris, you're about the same size as Horford. If you played today, would you play some at that center position, you think?
Oh, I would love to. It would be easier now. Less giants out there, not as much shot blocking. Back in the day, trying to hold up Shaq, that was no fun.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
And maybe the biggest story of this summer, where would Kawhi Leonard be headed in free agency? A player of his caliber commands that kind of media scrutiny.
And so he hits both. Greg, you talk about the media focus for Kawhi Leonard. Not exactly something he embraces.
Not at all. As a kid on his birthdays, he'd shutter himself in his room because he didn't want the attention. To this day, he lets his play do the talking. And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
Here's Leaf. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Oh, what a wonderful dunker. Give Levine any opportunity to flush it home. He won't pass it up.
Ball, the pass to Leonard. Baseline try. Here's Horford. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Charlotte shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Horford. Chris, this is a specialty of yours. Which current bigs are best at finishing contested shots right at the rim?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this. The best big in the league last year, averaging 17 points, scoring in the paint, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
I mean, he'll dunk on anybody. Move out the way. He finishes. What about Embiid inside? What about Gobert? What about Boogie Cousins? Should I continue? I can keep going because the big man is back, baby. And as great as he is offensively, Kevin, Al Horford is even better on defense. Not a volume shot blocker or rebounder, but he's strong, agile, and always in the right place.
And Chris, at the defensive end, so much of it is communication and positioning.
Yeah, offense is trying to force rotations and force mistakes. Horford doesn't take plays off, and his recognition is a step ahead.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Hornets. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well, and that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
Rodney Hood's checked in for Memphis. No good from Booker.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
Got that one up quick. 9 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you'd think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but then that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
And that one, good.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Now here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Lopez. And it's Zizic with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Hood can't get it to go.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Waiters no luck. And here's Levine, who brings it up for Memphis. They trail by 11. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
I mean, they were their worst own enemy in that game. I mean, they kept on shooting themselves in the foot.
They get it back. Lopez. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Zizic. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And another miss by Memphis.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Stolen. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Knox. It's blocked. And here's Leonard. A 32-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the boards. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
Bell, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. Powell kicks to Lopez. And it's off from three-point range. The Grizzlies trail by 13. And the pass to Knox. Outside Hood. Fires for three. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Oh, their goal on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Hood with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Leonard with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Zizic passes to Knox. And they pick up two.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set them up.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. 13-point lead. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Aggressiveness is everything, and they certainly played with a ton of it to get that win.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Booker in the post. Brunson covering. No good from Booker.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, an awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pulls up. Hornets with the rebound.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And so it's Charlotte out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from a place where,
wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Hornets here, guys.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Dwight Powell is out there with Holmes. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Harris. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Back to Zizic. Memphis moving that ball around. Farrell can't hit. Charlotte leading by 17.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. To the paint, Powell with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. Harris with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Nobody near Leonard. Off target with his three. And many fans in Memphis had hoped for a change. But, Chris, they still had some question marks with this new leadership.
Yeah, Kevin, that's because they're relatively young and unproven. Former lawyers rather than basketball minds. But we're seeing that league-wide, teams are going with former agents and lawyers in their front office.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. Al Horford is checked in for Charlotte. Lonzo Ball comes in for Jalen Brunson. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Harris outside. True on the 14-footer. And the Hornets lead by 21.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Yeah, the defender just couldn't quite close the gap all the way and got burned for it.
Farrell can't hit.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Oh, look at that awareness of ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Back to Farrell. Lets it go from 11, and another miss by Memphis.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace. He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Johnson, the pass to Knox. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field. Here's Ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Rebounded by Bell. Bell's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Leaf checked in for the Grizzlies. Tatum comes in for Kevin Knox. The Hornets also with a sub. Hayward's checked in. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Farrell passes to Leaf. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. See, well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they had 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes. But then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. Good on both.
Well, Kevin, in the Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, playoff contenders for 7 straight seasons from 2010 to 2017. I mean, a Western Conference Finals appearance in 2013. Now a new phase as they look to rebuild this roster. With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Johnson kicks to Farrell. From the baseline. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting. And Chris, in the small market of Memphis, there'd been a resistance to hitting that reset button and going young.
Well, yeah, with fan attendance dropping in each of the last 4 seasons, I mean, they've reached their pain threshold. And with this team struggling, the writing was on the wall.
And he gets the bucket.
Even though he's been stretched out this game, Horford, he still remains a solid mid-range jump shooter.
Farrell passes to Tatum. And he goes big with the dunk right over Al Horford.
That's amazing, the creativity, and you see how fluid an athlete Tatum is.
Pass to Horford. Harris up top. He's guarded by Johnson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Ball. He's been a factor for them over the last month. 9th in assists, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. No good on that one.
Earning more and more recognition for all the things he does. Horford's finally gone from underrated to appreciated.
Zach LaVine's checked in for the Grizzlies. He hits the second from the line.
You know, Kevin, it wasn't a bad year for the Hornets last season. I mean, they missed the playoffs, but they were stuck in middle ground. I mean, they were right in the fight for it. This team wants to be a contender, but the best path to that goal isn't easy to see.
Bradley against Horford. Bradley can't get it to go.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Now Ball. Harris outside. Pulls up on the wing. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Hornets foul.
And the playoff drought for the Hornets weighing on everybody's mind.
Oh, man, 3 years straight of missing the playoff. 2002 was the last time the Hornets made it out of the first round. I can't find any sustained success from the franchise.
Here's Leaf, guarded by Holmes. Holmes with the steal. LaVine against Harris. Passes it to Holmes. Shot clock at 6. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. But they'll get another chance. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Bradley. Here's Tatum. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist.
But yeah, and off the catch. Tatum now has a quicker shot release, probably a little better balance as well.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Harris against LaVine. Harris outside. From deep. That shot off. Now Memphis takes it the other way. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. LaVine kicks to Farrell. Outside Tatum. Over Ball. And there's the bucket from Tatum. Tatum's got 6 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Hayward on the wing, guarded by Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. There's more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
Really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road is great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there, so you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect. That free throw good from Hayward.
And every season, I mean, Hayward plays with so much confidence these days.
Booker, he's checked in for Yogi Ferrell. And then for Charlotte, Lopez comes in for Rashawn Holmes. And it's Waiters in for Harris. Hayward hits them both.
Yeah, and the Hornets, they had a very strong bench, not only with their scoring, but how they impact rebounding and passing. I mean, one of the better benches in this league.
Booker dishes to Bradley. Levine up top. And another basket for Memphis.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
And the Hornets have had a strong bench for a while now.
Yeah, depth isn't a problem for this team, Kevin. Having a formidable starting 5, though, has been. They need to consider trading some depth for an upgrade at the starting position.
Horford, no luck. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. In the corner, Bradley with it. Over Horford. Good work defensively by Horford.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Hayward, nice shot from 10 feet out. Hayward's got 7.
No matter where he is on the floor, I mean, Hayward demands defensive attention, and that may not be enough.
Raiders against Levine. Horford with the rebound.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
Here's Ball. Waiters gets a wide open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Waiters got his second bucket of the night. The Grizzlies trail by 18. Levine finds Tatum. Now Bradley. Memphis moving that ball around. Now here's Levine, and it's sent back by Horford. Here's Ball. It's deflected.
The long arm of the law. Tatum prohibiting that shot from ever having a chance.
Outside, Levine. High, arcing shot, and it's good on the layup. He's got 14.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
The feed to Horford. It's stolen by Bradley. To the inside. Shot's good by Leaf. Leaf's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The pass to Horford. Now here's Hayward. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Leaf.
If you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time down.
Levine passes to Booker. On the wing, Levine. He's covered by Ball. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Tatum. And the shot is long. Hornets leading by 14. .129 left here in the second. Ball no good. Outside Tatum. Booker the pass to Leaf. For 3. Drops in the tray. Leaf's got 7 points.
Well, he's not going to get an easier look than that. You don't need to double team him, but you can't leave him all alone.
Hayward outside. 58 seconds left in the second quarter. Ball kicks to Waiters. And stolen by Tatum. Pass to Booker. Knocked away. Stolen by Ball. Here's Waiters. And the Hornets miss again.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
6 to shoot. Here's Bradley. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. On its way from Hayward for 2. Misses off the left iron. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Tatum's got 8 here in the quarter.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
And so it's Charlotte ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. Things were going Charlotte's way from the beginning. Some major league offense and defense in the mix as they raced out to an 11-2 lead. And by the end of one, they found themselves up by a rousing 17 points. In the second quarter, though, they found themselves downwind, struggling to maintain momentum, but still finishing the half up by 9. Shaq, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. This led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. And now they need to stay mean, Ernie. Cannot lose that edge in the second half.
And now with the second half about to get underway,
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. Getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And so here's Memphis. 9-point game. Tatum out there with Leaf. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then there's Bradley. And it's Booker in at the point guard. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that. I don't always like the 3 on the fast break, but the D was set up well inside.
And here are the Grizzlies with it. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself, but everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Hayward against Booker. 5 on the clock. Here's Leaf. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Lonzo Ball picks one up. For Memphis, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. Well, the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. But they finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
Oh, the Grizzlies are going back to the grit and grind style of last season, the slowest pace in the league. We wanted to make the game ugly and uncomfortable for opposing teams.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. Booker outside. Here's Levine. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his third assist on the night.
And the wily strength of Levine. I mean, he does a great job fending off the defense on the way up.
And Chris, the Grizzlies taking the pace out of the game. Taking teams in the, quote, mud, as they put it.
Yeah, Kevin, their style was built on hard-nosed, disruptive defense. I mean, last season, dead last in scoring. To win, they had to make it a rock fight.
Pass to Bradley. Back to Levine. Pulls from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Horford's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Harris. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. And so Booker will bring it up for Memphis. They trail by 14. Top of the key, Bradley. Clock at 6. Back to Booker. There's the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Booker's got 5 points so far.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Ball against Booker. Passes it to Horford. He kicks it to Harris. And it's the Hornets, another three.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his third foul of the game. And some changes here for the Hornets. Dwight Powell comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Lonzo Ball. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Charlotte leading by 14. Feeds it to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
Here's Levine. And again, Memphis no good. Charlotte has gotten the three ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Now here's Brunson, defended by Booker.
Nice work on the glass, but his defense was even better. Really has an impact on that shot.
Powell against Tatum. Levine passes to Bradley. Back to Levine. 4 on the clock. From deep three-point range, the Grizzlies with another miss. The Hornets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And the shot goes in.
Timeout, timeout.
That's 12 points for Gary Harris.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jordan Bell's checked in for Bradley. Johnson comes in for Leaf. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for Levine. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Charlotte. Ferrell kicks to Booker. Up top, Tatum. And another miss by Memphis.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Harris finds Holmes. Charlotte moving the ball around. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, and the Hornets, they'll be one of the more disciplined teams you'll find in this league. I mean, they keep mistakes to a minimum on both sides of the ball. That's a big part of why the Hornets are tough to play.
The first free throw is good. And Chris, for the Hornets, as we know, their coach Borrego preaches preparation.
Well, yeah, and it shows it up in the stats, Kevin. I mean, they're the best in taking care of the ball. The team does not take silly fouls on defense.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Zizic has checked in. Leonard hits them both.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
Ferrell passes to Zizic. On the wing, Booker. To stop the drought, buries it from three-point range. Booker's got 6 points in the quarter.
Okay, he has all the space he needs and then some. He's going to make that a lot more than he misses it.
Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. Here's Leonard. He hits it from 9. Leonard's got 26 points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Johnson surveying the floor. Back to Ferrell. Booker outside. Fires from deep. But they get it back. Here's Ferrell. Brunson covering. Down low. Here's Johnson. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Grizzlies making a switch here. Knox is checked in.
Kevin Knox.
Now here's Brunson. Defended by Booker. And here is Harris. He's got 12. Just 5 to shoot. Brunson, good.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Johnson outside. Now the pass to Booker. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Booker's got 9 points in the quarter. Charlotte leading by 17. Brunson with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
And here's Booker from the arc. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Powell with it, now guarded by Booker. Powell against Booker. Powell kicks to Brunson. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Hornets have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Wood checked in for the Grizzlies. Charlotte also making some changes. Lopez comes in for Rashawn Holmes, and it's Waiters in for Harris. Leonard on the wing. He's got 27. 5 to shoot, and stolen by Booker. Fast break, Memphis. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Hornets.
Yeah, first year for Coach Borrego as a head coach, but he had a solid start. He's from the Popovich coaching tree. He was given the reins of the Hornets, and he was tasked with improving their offense.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. And with Borrego as coach, offense certainly was more fluid.
Yeah, Borrego, he stresses ball movement. He encourages his players to look for early offense, more spacing in his system that benefits the whole roster.
The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
Well, you look at Leonard. He's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the three-point contest. Fans and the media know that he is one of the premier long-distance shooters in the league today.
And Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, and I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
Pass to Brunson. Outside Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got 29.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end, and he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Pass to Zizic. Back to Booker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. So it's the Hornets now. The lead is 15. Hood against Waiters. He dishes it to Powell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Now Hood. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Passes to Booker. Shoots over Brunson. That's good on the jump shot.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Kicks it to Leonard. Lopez right side. No good that time. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Booker up top. Brunson covering. Booker dishes to Tatum. Here's Zizic. And it's Hood in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, even though his name was swirling in trade rumors at the trade deadline last year, Robert Lopez stayed focused. I mean, just a very dependable center who shows up every night to do the job.
Zizic passes to Hood. Here's Booker. The Hornets pull it in. Powell's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hornets leading by 16. Leonard kicks to Waiters. Back to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Hood gets the bucket. And for Lopez, his defense and wherewithal on the court are a huge boost.
Yeah, Lopez isn't going to be a main key to a team at this point in his career, but he will be valuable off the bench as a backup center who can play starter-level defense and hold down the fort.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Some changes for Memphis. Leaf checked in for Tatum, and Zach LaVine subbed in for Booker. The Hornets also changing it up. Al Horford is checked in for Lopez. Hayward comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Jalen Brunson. And a look now at the Hornets' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Boston Celtics. Then on Thursday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier said than done.
The first one falls. Bradley's checked in for Zizic. Hayward hits them both. So it's the Grizzlies now. It's an 18-point game. There's the pass to Bradley. And stolen by Horford. Raiders on the wing. Guarded by LaVine. Chalk up 2 there. And it's 6 points for Dion Waiters.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to LaVine. Here's Knox. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. And Zach LaVine gets the 3. LaVine's got 5 points in the quarter.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
From deep. No good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Charlotte leading by 17. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. All out there with Dion Waiters. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then it's Hayward. And it's Horford in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Hood finds Levine. Memphis moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up from the top of the key. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
You see the screen and roll plenty in today's game. Levine, he's so solid at using it to his advantage.
Hayward outside. Launches a three. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Pass to Leaf. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Levine. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Ball's got his 5th rebound in this one. Shoots a fader. Waiters dishes the ball. Passes it to Horford. He kicks to Waiters. And the 3 off target. The Grizzlies trail by 18. Right side Levine. Over Ball. Again, Levine missing. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Now, here's Ball. Almost, but it rolls out. And for Memphis, they're shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Levine against Ball. And here's Bradley. From deep three-point range, that one doesn't drop. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Dion Waiters. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Harris is checked in for Powell. That's off as well, so he misses both. The Grizzlies trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Tipped away. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. Grizzlies making a switch here. Booker's checked in. The Hornets also with a sub. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Thien passes to Booker. And there's the pass to Knox. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 4 assists in the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Pass to Harris. Floats one up. Doesn't go that time. Bradley with some nice D. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Ball with it. The dish to Harris. Nice D from Levine. For Memphis, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Here's Bradley. Good work defensively by Horford.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Ball, the pass to Horford. Count it. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Bradley kicks to Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Sinks the triple. Booker's got 23.
Strange game for him. Barely made any noise in the first half, and here in the second, he's been everywhere.
Booker against Ball. Ring shot on the way. Hayward can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Here's Levine. Here's Bradley, and Hayward with the block.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Offensive rebound. And so Booker will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Hornets leading by 15. Harris dishes the ball. Kicks to Hayward. It's hauled in by Leaf. Leaf's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
On the wing, Levine. He's covered by Ball. Levine kicks to Bradley. On the wing, Booker. With some arc. Rebounded by Holmes. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Ball. It's hauled in by Leaf. Leaf's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Bradley kicks to Leaf. Thien passes to Booker. Over Horford. The Hornets pull it in. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. The feed to Hayward. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 14 points for Gordon Hayward.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Ball. The shot missing. Bradley with some nice D. Here's Booker. Buries it down low. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter. Hornets leading by 13. And the Hornets call time here.
All right, fans, let's get up. Let's get wild for your Grizz girl.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. James Borrego had some words for his team over the break. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Thank you, David. The Hornets shooting the ball at 42%. Ball against Booker. Hayward outside. Over Tatum. And the Hornets miss again. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Hayward finds Harris. Charlotte moving the ball around. Pass to Horford. Harris trying to get free. Bradley with some nice D. Memphis has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Bean passes to Booker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Two shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Booker, and it's sent back by Horford. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. And so Booker will bring it up for Memphis. Trailing by 13. Clock at 4. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Hayward's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
That's a strong move. I mean, Hayward loves to create off the drive, something that dates back to his college days.
Levine kicks to Leaf. Outside Bradley. Passes it to Tatum. Levine with it, guarded by Horford. From outside, off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The pass to Leonard. Pass the ball. Elbow shot. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Tatum kicks to Levine. Back to Tatum. That one falls.
Refusing to let the defender alter his shot. Tatum's focus and drive, it's what helps him finish hard shots.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Ball no good. Memphis has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Tatum's shot is off.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Hornets.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. They were disciplined and focused.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kawhi Leonard.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Ball, the pass to Leonard. Leonard draws the double, snatched away. Top of the key. No good from Booker. And stolen by Tatum. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Hayward dishes the ball. Stolen by Levine. From 15 feet away, it's hauled in by Harris.
His bad night from the field is only going to get worse if he keeps throwing up shots like that.
Booker against Ball, and Charlotte can't hang on to the ball.
Not a great play on either end. Bad delivery and way too late to react on the catch.
"12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Hood. Dishes it to Valentine. From deep three-point range, off target. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us.
strangers, staring at faces that you can't make, standing in front of a mirror, forcing a smile, but I can't fake, 'cause I'm feeling lost, I'm feeling confused, I'm losing my mind, I'm losing my view, and I'm trying